So welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans. I'm out here in the woods this evening, and it looks like a tornado ripped through here. It didn't, it's just a big mess, and I want to get this cleaned up. I'll show you what I got going on here. So as you probably already know, over the last, I don't know, 8 months or so, I cleared a whole bunch of trees. I made this field out here in the woods. I cleared a bunch of trees for the road going back to the house. I built that road there. In this area right in here was always kind of my work area where I piled up firewood poles and things like that. And I had a few trees in here I wanted to get rid of, and I want to get this area all cleaned up. We're going to get some rain probably in the next 2 or 3 days, and I want to do some burning. I'll probably start another pile right down in here. I'll take this brush pile right there, I'll put it down there, put some stumps on there, and we'll start cutting up this firewood. And I'd like to get this all cleaned up, because I would say the first week in September I want to have this all done, and then we're either going to till all this up again or hit it with a power rake, everything, and we will plant it real heavy in winter rye. But I got a pile of topsoil over there that's going to come in very handy. I'll clean all this debris out of here, get this all burned up, cut up all this firewood, and then I would bring some of that topsoil over top of all this and, you know, track it all in. It'll be really nice. It looks like a big mess right now, which it is, but it's really not going to take that long to get this all cleaned up. The key is having a good fire. You get a good fire going, you can make a lot of things go away. But right now I'm going to head over to the house, get a bite to eat for dinner, and then I need to meet nephew Christian down at the wood yard. He needs a little bit of lumber, and then I'll come back out here probably till dark, and then we'll hit it hard again tomorrow morning. Alright, I am getting a pile started. I had a spectator there for a while. I don't know if you can see her. She's still down there. The doe down there, and I was piling up that brush, slinging trees around, and she was just watching. They like when you take down a tree and the leaves are down close to the ground. They like eating them, I guess. I don't know, but doesn't bother her a bit. Now, if I was just walking out here, she would have been gone. But for some reason, the machine does not bother them one bit. But this is where I'm going to start burning, probably tomorrow or the next day, depending on the weather. Then we'll start going through this pile of firewood poles, and there's a lot of junk in there as well, which is why I'm going to burn right here. We'll cut the good firewood out, throw the rest right in the burn pile. But yeah, I got a couple stumps to get rid of yet. This maple here won't take long, but I'm telling you, that oak right there, that's a big one. That'll take some digging. And you know, I was going to leave it, and then it's one of those things, I might as well do it now, you know? Get it out of there, and then I can bring this field around right through here. Clean all this up down here. Be nice. right, it has been one of those mornings where you run around like crazy but don't really seem to get much done. I did manage to take care of a couple things though. I gave the mini skid its first bath. It definitely needed that, and I got it all greased up, ready to go. And oh, greased up? People always make fun of me for how I say greased. Like I greased the machine. I guess some people say greased or something. I don't know. I call it, I greased the machine. It is well lubricated. And I had a squeak. It wasn't from a fitting or anything like that. It was coming from the tracks. The front idler is where it was coming from, as best as I could tell. And it was driving me crazy. Just when you were tramming, there was this squeak on and off, but it's gone now. And I think what it was this. There must have been like a little rock or I don't know what it was, but it was something up here in the front end. And I pressure washed that really well, blew everything out of there. First I hit it with the leaf blower, then I pressure washed it, and that squeak is gone. It was starting to get kind of annoying. You know, I could hear it even with my headphones on just a little bit, and I just don't like stuff like that. But that has been corrected, whatever the problem was. I also brought, now do you guys remember this log splitter? You haven't seen this one for a while. This is the original Wolfe Ridge that I got. It's the Pro 22C, and I brought it out here to the clearing because we're going to use this splitter to split up this wood over the next couple days. I think what I'll do, I'll bring the dump trailer out here, and depending on the weather, you know, what we'll do, we'll start a big fire over there. We'll be cutting firewood. Anything that doesn't go to firewood will go into the fire. But this has been a really good splitter. I haven't used it for a while, and the most remarkable thing about this is the powder coat finish. I can't even imagine how much wood has slid across this table. It's getting a little bit dull, you know what I mean? But it's all still there. It's crazy. But yeah, the Pro 22C. I'm not even sure how long I've had that splitter. Maybe 4.5 or 5 years, I'm guessing. But anyway, I also this morning had to go get a new set of tires for my truck. That's something else nowadays. My Super Duty has about 22,000 miles on it, and the factory tires are garbage. They really are. They just don't last. They were these all-season tires, no traction, just not a fan of them at all. There was some life left in them, probably another 6,000 or 7,000 miles. But what happened was I ran over a nail in a bad part of the tire. They couldn't fix it, so they were going to put a used one on. And I'm like, you know what, winter's coming. I'm going to get a good set of tires on there. And that's what I did. I'll show you them here in a little bit. They are my favorite truck tire, and I've had real good luck with them. But you remember, things have changed. They really have. You remember for years, a good set of tires for your truck, you know, they'd run you like $100, $125 a piece maybe. And it seemed like it was that forever. Well, that ship has sailed. Let me tell you now. I knew they were way more money now, but I think it was over $400 a tire for that truck. Yeah, it was. $430, $420, something like that per tire. I'll show you here in a minute. All right, so these are the new shoes on the truck here. BF Goodrich TAs. These are the new KO3. And
KO3.
I don't know the difference between the KO3 and the KO2, but I do know the KO2s, I had them on my work trucks for years when I worked in oil and gas. And I got great traction out of them.
Yeah.
And really good mileage, Melissa, like 60, even 70,000 miles.
That's incredible. Good. I'm glad. These will give you more traction. You won't be sliding everywhere.
Right. Yeah, it's for my safety.
That's most important. That's what I want, Mike.
Yeah.
I want you to be safe.
Yep. I sense a little sarcasm.
Are they the same price as the other ones?
These are very expensive tires.
I know. I thought that too.
But all in the name of safety.
All in the name of safety. Okay.
Yep.
Rice cakes for this week.
Yep. We can do without groceries.
Can we now? Who can?
All right, so next up, I went from that nice Super Duty. I'm going to take the Blue Roo here. This is our Subaru Crosstrek down to the airport. We have some friends coming in late tonight. And what, like midnight they come in or something?
Say that.
They're not going to see this video until they get here. Because I'm going to leave the keys in the Subaru. We were going to put them in the gas thing, but you have to unlock the car to pop the gas. It's a whole thing. It's just a whole thing.
But then I'm like, they're going to watch this video and go down and take the Blue Roo.
Yeah, they won't see the video till after it's gone. Yeah, so I don't think too many thieves are in the market for...
But do you want me to hold the camera and show you? I said, if I pulled into like the sheets and you pulled in beside me, and I would be like, this guy. Nothing wrong with driving a Blue Roo. But it's so, like, looking and knowing Mike Morgan.
You're saying it's not me.
As he's talking about the tires of his truck. I'm like,
only thing this car's missing is like a Kamala sticker on the back or something. Yeah.
Or like an old Hillary sticker.
Yeah,
like peeled off.
because this is a 2016.
Yeah. There's an episode of Modern
Or
Family.
Bernie
sticker. They all have that blue going. Oh, yeah. that party's blue.
Yeah.
There was an old episode of Modern Family when, if you're familiar, Cam and Mitchell lock their baby.
No, that's not the one. This is when they were rear-ended.
Oh yeah, you're right. They were rear-ended, so they pull over, and the car that rear-ended them pulled over, and they're ready to be like, okay, we're gonna exchange information or whatever. Well, then the car took off, and Cam starts taking off after them.
And Mitchell said to him, Cam, you can't do that. What if they had a gun? And he said, no, they had a Hillary sticker. They wouldn't have had a gun. If you don't know the backstory on this Subaru, I will tell you how this all came to be. Daughter Hannah was going to school in Idaho, and she's going to buy a used car, and we helped her out and bought a new Subaru Crosstrek in 2016, and we bought this car in Idaho. Well, about 2 months after we bought it, Hannah had to come home for brain surgery. Actually, she had Chiari malformation just like daughter Eva did. So we bought the car in Idaho. 2 months later, I'm flying to Idaho. I picked Hannah up and I took her to the Salt Lake City airport. She flew home and I drove this Subaru home. So we bought it in Idaho, and then I drove it like 2,500 miles home. And then Hannah transferred to a college back here after she took a semester off for the brain surgery, and everything worked out good, as did it with daughter Eva's surgery. So Hannah had this car for another 5 or 6, 7 years, whatever. Yeah, 5, 6 years. And then, you know, married, baby, wanted something a little bit bigger. They weren't going to give her much for trade on this car, so basically bought it a second time, I guess you could say. So this is our spare vehicle, and Hunter and I use this quite a bit, running to sheets and just running around when I don't need a truck. And they are good cars, they really are. And to be honest, if we had a snowstorm, I mean where it was really bad, all roads covered, and I really needed to get somewhere, I would probably take this Subaru over like my truck. These things just stick to the road. They do. And they're actually fun to drive in the snow. So that's the story on the Subaru. It's got 124,000 miles on it, not too bad. And I just took it to the shop not long ago. Kind of had it all gone over, got it inspected, and I was worried about the timing belt or timing chain on this. But here, they changed that, I think in 2015, or right before we bought this, because the old belts, I can't remember if it was a timing belt or a timing chain, probably, I don't know. But you had to swap them out like at 100,000 miles, or you were asking for trouble. But I checked into it, and this one has the new and improved version, I should say. So it's a great car, though. Like I said, we got friends coming in. Levi's going to come pick me up at the airport. We'll drop it off down there. They can drive it for 3-4 days, however long they're staying. And then, yeah, it's a great spare vehicle. It really is. All right, I parked the car. Now Levi's trying to find me. All right, I got back from the airport there a couple hours ago, ran the Huntman somewhere, got into a whole bunch of other stuff, and really didn't get much done today except a bunch of little stuff. However, I am set up for tomorrow. Got the log splitter out here, dump trailer out here, and the excavator. I think they're calling for rain late tomorrow, so I'll come out here in the morning and start cutting some of this firewood, and then before it rains, or right as it starts raining, I'll light up that brush pile right there. And then, like I said, in here is mix some stuff that it's kind of rotted, kind of punky. That'll go in the burn pit. But I'd say I don't even know what's here. 3 cords, maybe. I don't know, it's a pretty big pile, really. So like 3 dump trailer loads. We'll set the Wolfe ridge up right beside it. Just throw it in the dump trailer. But I tell you what, I am liking the new tires. I really am. But anyway, I'll report back tomorrow morning. All right, it is first thing in the morning, and I'm out here in the clearing. I was planning on coming out here and start cutting up this firewood, but it kind of feels like rain, smells like rain, and at some point today it's going to. I'm not sure when. When it does start raining, we'll probably start a fire over there, but in the meantime, I would really like to get these big stumps out of here. Got a maple right there. That one won't take too long. This big oak right here, though, that's probably 30 inches. That's going to take a while. It is. I like to get that one out of the ground. Maybe this one little maple right there, and get this all cleaned up. This maple, I'll be able to put on the fire. This big oak, it'll go over the hill there. I have a big pile down there. I just pushed it out to the edge where it drops right off. Eventually, they'll all just kind of rot away. It'll take a long, long time though. But anyway, we're gonna get started on this oak. These things can be challenging, and you just have to stay at it. I have been working at this stump now for 21 minutes and it has not even wiggled once yet. I just want to get out and take a look around. I think over on this side I need to dig under it a little bit more, but these things are just stubborn. They really are, but I'm committed, so I got to get this one out of the ground. Hey, Axel. Arch. I've spent an hour and a half trying to get this stump out of the ground.
Yeah.
I just got it to move. It's coming out.
The dogs will help. Don't fall in there.
Axel. Whoop. He has no idea what I'm doing.
He has no idea a lot of the times.
So what's new with you?
Other than the humidity, it's a great day.
Yeah, look at the size of that thing. So I had all the main roots broke off, but all those little ones underneath of it, it's just this giant mass of
Wow.
shale tangled in with there.
I see, yeah. Kind of cool.
Arch, get out of there. Axel. Well, I'm gonna get this out, fill this hole in.
Sounds good.
That'll be it.
Okay.
Well, I have decided I need to get a stump grinder. I do. I'm not sure how soon, but I'm in the market for a stump grinder. And I think I'll get it for the mini skid just because I can haul it around much easier than I can haul the big skid loader. But that was a massive stump. I probably spent 2 hours messing around, and I'm going to have a soft spot here for a long time, which isn't the end of the world. But if we get some rain on it, which it's starting to rain right now, I can track it in. You know, it's just a field. But that's a lot of work to get one stump out of the ground. And in a situation like this, you know, even if it took me an hour to grind that stump nice and deep and get as many roots as I could out of there, I think it would just make more sense. Most of them aren't that big, but that's what the problem was there. You can see the main roots, I had all them broken off. I think there are 4 big main roots coming off, but in that shale, it's just all tangled in with all those thousands of little roots right there. That one was a tough one, no joke. But it's out of the ground. This one here is definitely going to go over the hill. But we'll see what the weather does here. Maybe tomorrow morning I'll come out here and flame on and start getting this cleaned up. But anyway, I think that's about it for today's video. I appreciate y'all being here, and I will catch you on the next one.